Good morning, my fellow friends and YouTubers. This is Kurt, and welcome back to the Kurt's Place channel here on the YouTube. Well, guys, we're down here in my basement arcade for another special interest video for you. This is going to be my Thanksgiving Day 2019 special I'm going to be bringing to you down here in my basement arcade game room. We have a bunch of things in store in this video for you. I want to mention, if you want to click the subscribe button, feel free to do so. That way you can keep up with all my current videos when you're watching a video. If you click that little bell icon, when a new video comes out, you'll know about it. Also, if you have any comments, leave them in the comment section down below. And if you like what you see, don't forget to smash that like button as well. I also want to take this time, by the way, to wish everybody a very happy Thanksgiving to all my fellow friends and YouTubers and their families and all the viewers from around the world that are checking out my videos today. All right, I want to wish you a very happy Thanksgiving. Hope you have a safe and happy Thanksgiving as well. All right, so let me go ahead and tell you what we have in store for this video. We're actually going to do first of all, I'm going to do a complete tour of the game room. I've had a number of people ask me to do a tour of the game room. I'm going to do a complete tour of the game room. I have some new additions and things to add to you. In addition, I have some caretakers now that actually take care of my game room for me when I'm not down here. I'm going to actually introduce them to you. They're Bernie and Mary. I'm actually going to get a chance to introduce you to them too later on in our video here. Also, I want to mention too now on the arcade side, here's what we're going to have in this video. Let's start out on the arcade side, on the arcade machine side of the game room here. On the 25th anniversary Pac-Man Cabaret Edition arcade machine, we're going to be playing some Phoenix. On the Namco 20-year reunion cabinet over here, we're going to be playing some Junior Pac-Man. As we come around here, on the Skeletal Pinball machine, we're going to be playing some Attack from Mars. On the Miss Pac-Man cocktail machine, we're going to be playing some Raiders Fighters Jet 2000. Back here on the bar top section. On the Pandora's Box bar top machine, we're going to be playing some Mario Brothers. On the Legacy bar top arcade machine, we're going to be playing some Major Havoc. Then on the Traveler bar top arcade machine, we're going to be playing some Time Pilot. So this should be a jam-packed episode. And once again, I want to thank you, by the way, again, for all your support and everything for the channel. And I have some more great news to announce to you all. Because of your support and your views and everybody watching my channel, the channel has now surpassed 800 subscribers. Guys, that is an amazing milestone. I cannot thank you enough for all the support and everything you've given me for my channel. Alright, so let's go ahead and begin this video now. I'm going to go and give you a tour of the game room, show you some of the new additions and things I've added, and then we're actually going to begin some gameplay here on this jam-packed 2019 Thanksgiving Day special video here on the Kurt's Place channel. Let's begin. Enjoy the video, guys, and as always, thanks again for watching. Guys, welcome back to the Thanksgiving 2019 special here on the Kurt's Place channel. So let me go ahead and begin by showing you a tour of the game room. I want to show you some of the new additions and things I've added to the game room as well since I made my last video. Now, right front and center here, we actually have the Skeletal Pinball machine. Now, you can check out videos on my channel right now. If you want to check those out, just go to Pinball Videos, and you can check out Skeletal Pinball machine videos and things that I've made. Now, this machine was made from the ground up in my workshop. There's videos on my channel right now. This time, we're actually going to be playing some Attack from Mars. That's what we're actually going to be playing this time on the Skeletal Pinball machine. Going to be playing some Attack from Mars. Alright, now let me go and take you around the tour. Now I have some new members of the game room down here, okay? These are my new caretakers for the game room, okay? This is Mary. We have Mary and Bernie. Let me show you what Mary is. Now Mary, I actually got Mary, back in Halloween, I actually got Mary. She actually is one of the caretakers I have for my game room. Now Mary has a really cool feature. If you touch her hand, she actually talks to you. There's a little button right here. If you touch this, it'll talk to you. You'll see how cool this is. So when you touch the hand, it actually talks to you. There's actually a little program in here that actually talks to you.
Get out! Stay away! Stay away!
Very cool. So that's Mary. She actually watches over this part of the game room. But because I don't want Mary to be alone, I actually have her husband over here, and this is Bernie. Now Bernie also talks to you as well. And once again, you touch his hand, and he actually talks to you. They have different sayings and things that they do. And they're very cool. I'll do one more for you.
Don't be frightened. I am here to serve you for dinner.
Now these are quite a shocker. When you come into the game room and you see these for the first time, these are really pretty cool the way they design on both sides of the jukebox. I need to have something down here to give the room some character, and I figure, you know what, I got some great little characters that are going to fit just perfectly down here. They're just the right size for the game room. Okay, and then right behind that, of course, we have my usual pictures, and of course we have the Seabird jukebox machine I actually have down here in the game room. Now, I actually have videos on my channel that tells you how this actually works. Now, this is actually the Seabird jukebox that I converted. I made a few adjustments to it. I added a few additional songs and things to it now. But you actually navigate using this controller right here. And you can actually go. There's actually song lists and everything here. And these are the actual songs that are in the jukebox itself, as you can see. These are the actual songs, and then you actually use the joystick to navigate. And then on the top here, I actually have a page that I go through. Now, there's more on my channel right now that'll tell you how this works. You just browse by the name, and this actually will take you to different songs and things that we have here. And then when you want to play a song, you just click on the category that you need. And then you actually have a song list that comes up, and then you actually insert a coin. And then I actually have a coin mix that actually work here. When you insert a coin, it shows a coin credit on here, and then it actually plays the song. Now, because YouTube has copyright issues, I can't play any songs on this jukebox because of the fact that I don't want my video to get flagged for having copyrighted material. But you can see the Seabird jukebox has turned out really well. Now, I built this. This was customized from the ground up when I bought it, and it's really cool. In the bottom of the machine, it's also got a very cool setup down here. I'll show this to you. It's actually got, in the bottom here, it's actually got a computer and everything back here, and it's got an amplifier in here. Now this amplifier puts out over 500 watts, and it's got an equalizer in there as well. And this is what handles my game room music that I need down here. And needless to say, this totally fills the game room up with sound when I'm running videos and things like that. When we're down here, when my friends and I are down here playing, this thing actually literally shakes. It literally shakes the walls when I'm actually down here, which is really cool. So I have that, and now we'll come around here, and of course I have the photos and everything on the wall, and then I have the skeletal pinball machine here. Now, as I said, I do have videos on this already that actually show you how this actually works, and this is going to be used later on today. Then we come around this side of the room. And I actually have this is where I actually have my arcade machines that I actually have here on the side here as well. Now, these were all built in-house by me, the ones I'm showing you here, too. Very cool. All right, so this one right here, now this is the Pac-Man 25th anniversary arcade machine that I actually have. Now, this is a cabaret version, which is a little smaller than the other versions that I have. This is my cabaret machine. And then right next to it, I have the Namco 25th anniversary machine over here. It features the logo and everything there, and this is actually, now it's a little bit larger. This is actually my full-size arcade machine. And then across the way from these, now I want to mention, I do have videos on my channel right now. If you want to see these two machines in action, what I do when my friend and I come here, we actually play competitions on these machines where we have them both running at the same time. We have dueling arcade competitions. Now, if you want to check out the dueling arcade machines, just go to my channel. Look under Video Game Videos, Dueling Arcade Machines. You can actually see these two machines actually go where we actually play together against each other on these cabinets. And usually it's my friend Les Slick and I usually play down here. We have a lot of fun down here. All right, and then across from there, I actually have my Miss Pac-Man cocktail arcade machine, which is right here. And this is another machine that I customized. It runs on MAME. This is another machine where this time I'm going to actually be having Raiden Fighters. And you can see the control panels and everything light up that I have. Now, this was customized to actually run MAME. So you'll see, like if I give you a close-up view of the control panels and things like that, you'll see that it has a computer that actually runs it down here. And then you'll see the control panel and everything was actually customized by me. This is actually customized to run MAME. And also I had a new monitor and everything put in it too, considerably larger than the original one. But this is an original Miss Pac-Man cocktail arcade machine that I bought from a place called TNT Amusements, which did a wonderful job restoring the cabinet and everything for me. And then I basically, once I got the cabinet, then I just basically customized it for my needs for my games and things. All right, and then around the corner, you can see also throughout the game room, I have various plaques and things and pictures and things that go along through the game room. Now, this check right here, this is actually from a big bowling tournament that I won in 2018. I actually won the Star of the Year Division B Championship for Bowl America, and that was a big moment for me. I got a really nice check there, and I got a really nice trophy too. I have some game marquees and things. Now, these are actually from slot machines from Atlantic City and stuff that I actually had here along the way as well. And then I have pictures and things along the way. And then over here in this corner, this is actually my Eve skill stop machine that I play occasionally, which is really cool. Now, the way this works is there's actually little tokens that you actually put in here. And then you just insert them in here like this. And then you actually spin the wheels here. And then what you try to do is you try to stop these wheels in certain positions so you get coins back. And then when you get coins back, it actually dispenses them into the tray here, and they're like little tokens. Very, very cool. All right, now right next to those, we have the bar top arcade machines that I also built. Now, this first one, now there are videos on my channel right now that actually will show you more detail about these games. This first one is a Pandora's Box bar top arcade machine. This runs a Pandora's Box set of games. Now, there's actually a category on my channel right now for the Pandora's Box. Just go to my channel, look under the search window, look under Pandora's Box arcade, Pandora's Box bar top arcade. You can check out videos from that. The one right next to it, this actually is my legacy bar top arcade machine. This was actually dedicated to my dad. Now, this is actually used to play games like Robotron and things like that. And this time around, we're actually having Major Havoc. There's also a topic on my channel as well for this too. If you want to check out these, just go to Legacy Bar Top Arcade Machine. You can check out videos as well. And then the one right next to it, this actually is my Traveler Bar Top Arcade Machine. I also have a category dedicated to the Traveler Bar Top Arcade Machine as well. So this is an actual tour of my game room. So as you can see, I got a pretty good amount of games down here, which is really nice when we come down here to play. All right, so that's an actual tour of the game room. So let's go ahead and begin some actual gameplay now. Now we're going to start out. Remember, this video. We're going to start out. We're going to be playing Attack from Mars here on the skeletal pinball machine first, and then we're going to have other videos on all the different machines that are down here as well. All right, so let's go ahead and begin. Now, as always, I want to thank you again for watching. Alright, so I'm going to take this off the tripod here and show you the back glass and then the playfield. Now, Attack from Mars is one of the games that I've always really enjoyed. I always found it has a lot of really cool action and things on it, plus the soundtrack and everything is amazing as well. So we'll check out the back glass. Now, you're going to notice as I play, too, that the back glass and stuff, different things happen on the back glass and stuff as I play, too, which is pretty cool, too. And I always like the way it looks almost like it's a 3D effect. Very, very cool. Alright, so let's go and check out the playfield. Now, one of the things that's really cool about the playfield, too, is the little LEDs and everything they have are beautifully replicated here in the spaceships and everything, too. I love the way that they did that. And also, when you hit the spaceship, it does move and everything, just like it would on the real pinball game as well. Very, very cool stuff. And you can see the graphic work and everything was absolutely amazing. I love all the ramp shots and everything they have on this machine as well. Very, very cool stuff. So there you get a chance to see the bow tie and everything, how cool that all is. Very, very cool effects. Now, I wanted to mention, too, I was also fortunate enough to actually be able to play this machine. I played this at the Las Vegas Pinball Hall of Fame, too, when I was out in Las Vegas, and had a really great time playing that as well. Alright, so let me go ahead and put this on the tripod here. We'll begin some gameplay here on Attack from Mars. Now, I wanted to mention, if you want to know more about how Visual Pinball works, you can actually go to my channel. If you look under Pinball Videos, I actually tell you how Visual Pinball and things works as well in some of those videos as well. That'll let you know more about how everything works, too. Alright, so let's go ahead and begin some gameplay. And as always, I want to thank you again for watching. Now remember, if you want to check out that special again that I was telling you about, just go to my channel, look under Special Interest Videos, Thanksgiving Day 2019 special on my channel as well. Let's begin. Now the sound system I have on my skeletal pinball machine does a beautiful job replicating the voices and everything too. Really fills the room with sound, and you really do feel like you're actually in the game itself. Let's begin.
This is an emergency broadcast. The Earth is being invaded by flying saucers from Mars.
You cannot defeat our force field.
Would you look at the size of that cow?
We must build an atomic blaster. Watch out, men. They've got a big old beam. The Brandenburger Tor is in danger. Destroy the saucer.
Now you can see the saucer actually moving.
Germany is victorious! No! Not our hot dogs! Get the troops ready.
No time to tea. Blast those Martians. I say, good shot. Blow the saucer out of the sky.
There we go.
Stop off for now. Go for the extra rock.
And it's also, the gameplay of this is also really fast too, which I also like. It really moves, really cooks.
Get your hands off me. All four of them.
Get down! Great shot! Extra ball! Look out! Martian!
And the little Martian guys actually move too.
We'll pull the snot out of you, Martian!
Such a great game, so much fun in this game, so many things to do.
Save me, save me.
Do it again! Total annihilation! Woo-hoo! We'll fight for our freedom! Nobody messes with the USA!
this game really cooks. It doesn't slow down at all. Really, really moves.
Missiles on standby. Multi-ball!
So you can see that's a really, really neat pinball machine. Really, really great stuff. Alright, so let's go ahead and begin some gameplay here on Phoenix. Now, Phoenix is a game that I've always really enjoyed. It's considered a classic game that I kind of grew up with, and I want to go ahead and show it to you here on this, what it looks like on this machine here. Alright, so let's go ahead and begin. And as always, I want to thank you, by the way, again, for tuning into the Kurt's Place channel here on the YouTube. Alright, so let's begin. Now the game that you actually hear in the background, that's actually one of the other games I had that's a part of this special that I'm making for Thanksgiving Day 2019. I was telling you about at the beginning of the video. Let's begin. This game always starts out easy, but then it gets hard. It gets quickly pretty hard. So. And it gets harder as you go through the different levels too. Almost like Space Invaders, but kind of like an interesting mix. It has an interesting mix of other elements in it as well. Very, very neat stuff. I always thought these were neat, how you can hit them in the wing and they make funny noises when you hit them in the wing. I always thought that was really creative too. Really, really neat stuff. Let's see if I can get this, see if I can complete this level. There it is. And you can see they get considerably faster in these higher levels too, as you can see here. Alright guys, well there's Phoenix. A really, really great little game to try. If you get a chance, I highly recommend that you try it. It's also a lot of fun too. You know, it's also it's considered a classic. It was made in 1980. You know, I was 10 years old when this game came out. So I remember actually playing this in some of the game rooms and things. We used to have a place called Cheap Leaps. In Aladdin's Castle, I used to play this game. So I do remember that from my childhood as well. Alright, so let's go ahead and get some gameplay here on Junior Pac-Man. Alright, let's begin. And you're going to find, too, that the mazes and things are really cool. All the different varieties I have, but also the cartoons and things are really neat as well. So let's begin. And you can see how big the mazes are, how spread out they are. That's one of the reasons I like playing it with the hyperspeed. And here's our first cartoon. Really, really cute little cartoon. Now you're going to notice that this maze is different. The mazes are a little bit different on different levels on this, which is one of the things I always thought was really cool, how the mazes, how they change them up. Hey, another cartoon. So now you can see how spread out the mazes actually are in this game. Really, really spread out. There we go. Now, sometimes when the fruit touches an Energizer, it actually will destroy it, like what happened there. So you want to try to get the fruit, you know, the different things like the drums and the different items that you have to get as fruits and things before it touches an Energizer, because it will destroy it like it did there. You can see it moves pretty fast too. I love the cartoons. Very, very creative cartoons and things too. So now you can see one of the reasons why I like the hyperspeed so much in this game. Now this maze is interesting, the fact that it has choke points and things too. You have to be careful. Very, very cool. Alright guys, so you got a chance to check out Junior Pac-Man. Alright, so let's go and check out this game, Raiden Fighters Jet 2000. Now, this is a game that I've played quite a few times. It's a very, very cool game that I've played on MAME. Now, the only thing is, it's a pretty hard game to master, and it's a very, very fast game. Very, very fast action. It's also extremely silky smooth. Out of all the Raiden games I've played, this probably is one of my favorites, just because of the fact it's got action-packed graphics, wonderful levels, and it's just absolutely silky smooth when you play this. Alright, so let's go ahead and begin again. And as always, I want to thank you, by the way, again, for tuning into the Kurt's Place channel here on the YouTube. Alright, so let's credit it up here. And I also like the flame effects, too. Now, I prefer, when I play this game, I prefer to go with the Raiden Mark II. That's actually my favorite fighter that I like to play when I play this game, is the Raiden Mark II. Let's make sure I got the camera centered there for you. Alright, this is the one that I like to go with. There's different ships that you have, but I prefer the Raiden Mark II. Now you'll see how fast this game actually moves. My favorite weapon to use on this is going to be the laser. I love the laser because you can guide it to where you want to shoot, which I think is great. Still one of my favorite weapons of all time in this game is the guiding laser. I positively love that. You'll see how, when you play this, you'll see how cool that weapon actually is too when you play this. Very, very cool stuff. And you can see that this game is jam-packed full of things, as you can see on the screen here. It's jam-packed. So there's our first boss battle we got through. And you'll see it jumps through levels too, which is really cool too. And you can see the terrain and everything changes on the different levels too. In addition to that, also the action changes too, and I like that. I think that's a great aspect of this game too. And you'll see the different bosses and everything you have too. There's different ways to defeat the different bosses and things. You know, you can come up with the best way you find to do it. I like to drop these plasma bombs and things. That's what I like to do with some of these enemies, depending on who I'm fighting. Now you'll find when you play this, it takes a while to get experience at all these different levels. And when you do really well like that, it actually advances you to a higher level, as you're going to see here. When it says shifting to military drill, a medium grade stage than this 15, that means you're going to jump up considerably in difficulty. And it really gets hard too. And one of the things too I wanted to mention too about this game, it's very important on this game that you have extremely good joystick on your arcade machine. Now I'm using the Seimitsu LS32s. I find they work beautiful for this game. You need a game that has beautiful, there's two things you need to really be able to play this game. Number one, you need to have 8-way directional joystick, and you need to make sure that it's silky smooth in all those different directions. Very important on this game to be able to play it. You're going to find you're going to find the joystick that you have on this game is one of the things that determines how well you can play it. Now, I've used the thumb pad as well. I have a controller like Nintendo controller. I also found that works pretty well on my computer. I've also tried it on that as well. But I still prefer to have an 8-way joystick like this one I have on this cabinet here. Works beautiful. All my cabinets use Seimitsu LS32 joysticks. All my cabinets, that's all I've ever used in my game room. And I've been very happy with the performance of those as well, I might add, too. So you can see now how involved this is getting now. You see all these different things that are going on? Now I call this one the tanker. This one's pretty tough. This enemy can be pretty tough. You just got to kind of try to move around as much as you can. Now I'm on level 30, and that's even more difficult. Level 30 is even more, because you're almost like you're flying through the sky. Very, very cool variety of enemies as well. And you're going to notice it's almost like it's in 3D, the effects and everything too. Absolutely gorgeous graphics on this game. Could not be happier. So there you go, guys. So there's Raiden Fighters Jet 2000, a great game. If you get a chance to try it, I highly recommend you playing it. All right, so let's go and begin some gameplay here on Mario Brothers here on the Pandora's Box, Bar Top Arcade Machine. All right, let's begin. Now, the Mario Brothers is actually, I want to also mention too, before I forget, not only that, this video that you're watching is actually part of a larger special that I just completed. If you want to check that video out, go to my channel, under the search window, type in Special Interest Videos, Thanksgiving Day 2019 Special, and you can check that out as well. Now, under that video, you're also going to find games like Major Havoc's in there, Time Pilot's in there, Junior Pac-Man's in there, Phoenix is in there. We have Raiden Fighters Jet 2000s in there, and I also have Attack from Mars being played on the Skeletal Pinball Machine as well. And I also have a special tour of the game room as well in that video as well, if you want to check that out, if you get a chance to. So let's begin. Now, the concept of Mario Brothers is actually pretty simple. You know, you're basically trying to knock characters upside down and then flip them off the shelves that you see in front of you here. The concept is fairly simple, but you're going to find with the speed and everything, it actually gets to be pretty frantic after a while, especially in some of the higher levels too. Always a classic game I remember playing when I was growing up. And that's one of the things, you know, this, when I was growing up, this game I used to play at Aladdin's Castle and some of those places, because this is a game I remember when I was growing up. All right, let's begin. Now it starts out easy, but you're going to see it ramps up. The game starts to ramp up pretty quickly. I always like the bonus screens too. Very cool. And the in-game instructions always tell you what your next what your next goal is to accomplish. Some of these require you to hit them twice. Like these, you have to hit them twice to knock them over. Very simple game, but a lot of fun. Considered a true classic. It really is in every way. And you can see they start to move pretty quick too. And that little POW on the bottom, if you hit that, you can also basically, any of the ones touching the platform, that'll flip them over as well if you need to use that too. It's like a power-up if you need to. I haven't used it yet on this game, but you'll see I'll show you how it works. When I hit it, you'll see that it gives me one flip on the character there, as you can see there. Then when you hit that POW button. Now you're going to see things, if you take too long, things like fireballs and things come out and try to kill you. So you got to make sure you're really, really fast, because they do start to come out and things too. Now see there, I used the POW button there. And you only can use that button so many times. Then once it runs out, then you can't use it anymore once it runs out. And you can also destroy the fireballs. If they're touching the platform and you hit it at the same time, you can also destroy the fireballs too and things too. But you got to time it just right to do that. There we go. You can see the screens and things are really nice. They tell you exactly what you need to do on the next stage. Now this is nice because it's almost like you're on ice, which is really cool. And you can see it's a pretty cool game. It's not very complicated game, but it's a lot of fun, and it really does ramp up in difficulty considerably when you get to the higher levels. So there you go, guys. So there's Mario Brothers. A really fun game to play. If you get a chance, I highly recommend it. Now, all right, guys. So let's go and begin some gameplay here on Major Havoc. Now, if you're wondering how I control Major Havoc, the movement, I don't have dial controllers on my arcade machines. I actually have trackballs. And I find the trackball controller works pretty well in this game as far as navigating around the mazes and things. You just have to make sure you adjust the sensitivities and things on there to make it work. Okay, now the bar top arcade machines I have, except for the Pandora's Box 5S, they're all running Raspberry Pis using the RetroPie software that works pretty well. And then I also use the MAME that's actually included with the RetroPie that works out pretty well. Alright, so let's go and begin some gameplay here on Major Havoc. And one of the things about Major Havoc 2 that was really cool is I actually grew up playing this game in the arcades and things. I had one called Cheap Leaps, and I also had Aladdin's Castle not too far from me, so I was actually able to play these games when they actually came out, which is really cool. Alright, so let's go and begin some gameplay here on Major Havoc. I always like the way they have the different stages and things too on Major Havoc. I always found that was really cool. The interfaces and things are really neat. And the graphics too were at the time. These were almost like really cutting edge at the time. I always enjoyed the graphics as well. And the sound effects were great. The whole entire game was really neat game to try and play. Really cool stuff. Now, I find it's actually a pretty hard game. I've only ever been able to get through about 3 levels. Then it gets pretty difficult after, at least for me, after 3 levels. I usually get through the first, sometimes I can get through 3. It just depends if I have luck or not on the different levels and things, too. And the sound effects, too, are really cool, too. Really science sci-fi. I love that. There we go. And I always like the way they have these different levels too, like this one here. Really, really cool stuff. Oh, almost made it there, guys. So you can see that's a really, really great game. If you get a chance, I highly recommend that you play Major Havoc. It is a great game. All right, so let's go ahead and begin some gameplay here on Time Pilot. Okay. Now let me get the sound turned back on for you. I had to turn the sound off temporarily because I was showing some other videos I had in the special. So let me go and get the sound turned back on. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and begin some gameplay here on Time Pilot. This was made in 1982 by Centauri. It also was licensed by Konami, which is really, really cool. They're great. A lot of different versions of Time Pilot. There's also a game called Time Pilot 84 that also came out. It's also really cool, too, if you get a chance to check it out. All right, so let's go ahead and begin some gameplay here. And I like the way you go through different time periods and things throughout here, you know, by advancing through different time periods and things. I always thought that was pretty creative as well. And as you go through the different levels, it gets harder and harder on the different levels as well, which is also really, really cool. So you can see it's a pretty cool game. A lot of really cool levels too. This level in particular is really tough. I sometimes I make it through it and sometimes I don't. But the thing is, you know, I do like the challenge of the levels, and they are pretty difficult. I do like the higher levels too. There we go. So I call this a space level. I found this is always a really cool level. It's pretty tough though. It's level 5 and it's always been pretty tough too. Ah, there we go. I made it through that level. Good. And now we go back to the first level, but it gets a little harder now. You're going to find that each stage gets a little harder than the last one. Oh, so there you go. So there's Time Pilot.